Hello, Flosstube! Welcome back to our channel. It's the Steel City Stitchers. This is episode 67, and today is Wednesday, March 10th, 2021. Coming to you live from Pittsburgh. And we hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Hope your health is good. Hope your weather is starting to get nice. And thanks for coming back to join us for our weekly update video. It is March Madness, baby. That is the theme of tonight. I know Jodi has some finishes because she's a maniac, so we'll be anxious to see that. But mostly it's going to be whips tonight. So that is the theme of this entire month. So thank you all again if you're participating in the SCS March Madness 2021 on Instagram and on our Facebook page. Guys, the polls have been through the roof, like coming out of the woodwork. It's been crazy. And you guys, thank you for tagging us all individually. I know we said this last week, but the more you tag us individually, the more we see it, and then the more that we vote. And I will say, and I know for the girls too, if you're tagging me on a story and you want me to vote, I'm voting, baby. I'm voting
every time. Like immediately. Like I get that. Like, yes, I will vote for you.
And like sometimes I'll send like little messages, like if there's like one that I really, really like. And it's funny because like once people then post their winners, half the time the ones I vote for don't ever win. But it's really fun. And like, just good conversations and good camaraderie. And I think people have really been enjoying it. So I know we have been as well. So that's going to be the theme of the hour is March Madness. The brackets rule our lives. And that is true. So let's get started how we always do every week. We're going to be talking about our best new thing. And Erica is first tonight. Hopefully she has one ready.
Okay. All of my best new things have been so lame. I've tried to think of them all day today. And one of them, for example, is cookie dough bites. Have you ever had cookie dough bites?
Not the greatest. Why have I never had this?
Okay, it's like a movie theater candy. Okay, so like that's where I've always had it, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it like at the dollar store or something. But it is little. Let me break it in half. It's like cookie dough inside of chocolate, and you won't get salmonella. I am hoping because presumably there's no raw eggs in here.
You know what? It's not from the eggs necessarily. It's the flour. If you eat the raw flour, you can get really sick.
Oh.
Yeah. So I have when I was pregnant, I was craving raw cookie dough. And you can actually, there's a method where you can microwave the flour and you can make it so that you like, I don't know what that's called, like what you do with milk, pasteurizing it. And you can take out the bad stuff, and so you can still eat it, but you have to like cook the flour essentially.
That's interesting, huh? Never knew that. Well, I hope your cookie dough bites will not give you salmonella.
I bet there's no
flour in it.
I mean, it's probably just pure sugar, but they're so delicious, and I love them a lot. So that's one of the things I thought about. Maybe my actual best new thing is that, and I feel like everyone will like this one because I saw my fancy neighbor today.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I was yes, I talked to her for like 3 minutes. I was on my way to pick up the 5-year-old from dance class, and I'm thankful that we have a dance class that we can walk to from our house, but I always like feel like I'm gonna be late, even though I've left like 10-15 minutes early and it's like a 7-minute walk. I'm like, oh god, I'm like running up there, like pushing the stroller. The baby's like, what's happening? And then I saw her and I was like, hello. And this has been months, right? But I'm like, oh gosh, I hope she remembers me. And she either did remember me or pretended she remembered me, because she was very friendly. And we talked for a few minutes, and she wanted to know what the baby was holding, which was like the Highlights High Five baby magazines.
Yeah.
That they're like made of this paper that you're supposedly not be able to like damage, whatever. So he could like chomp on these magazines, and he likes to read them. And so she wanted to know what he was doing with that. And I told her that I'm so sorry, I can't talk to you longer. I'm on my way to pick up from dance. And she was like, oh, what kind of dance does he take? I said, well, ballet and tap. And she seemed like she thought that was very cool. We talked about Gene Kelly a little bit. I was like breathless with excitement, and also because I just like ran up a hill. I was like so excited. And I saw a friend, and she was like, "Are you okay?" Like from across the street. I'm like, "Yes, no, I don't know." She's like, "Do I need to leave water on my porch for you?" And I was like, "No, yes, no, I'm good." I messaged her later. I was like, "I wasn't dying, probably, but maybe a little." In any case, I saw my fancy neighbor. She was impeccably dressed, wearing this like very fancy hat. She had a very elegant mask on and like a cape kind of thing. And like she is
Awesome.
so well dressed all of the time. It's like 70 degrees this afternoon, right? So super nice. But she like this full on like wool cape. Where are you going?
Good
In
Lord.
any case,
How
I saw her.
nice.
She looked great. I was really happy to see her. So I'm
Last
hoping to
COVID.
become better friends with her every time I see her, and eventually we'll just spend all of our spare time together.
Oh, yay. I love that. I love that. Everybody needs like an elderly best friend.
She is mine. She doesn't know it yet, but she is mine.
All right, Erin, what is your best new thing?
So I have two. You guys, I ordered from Presto George again. These are so good. For the record, that's what Presto George looks like, if people are not getting the name that we're saying. So I made my own pumpkin spice black and vanilla almond black.
Ooh.
Oh,
So good. So good. And then this one is an apple caramel almond. And that's what I'm drinking tonight. It's luxurious. Highly recommend. And they're so good. Like their customer service is amazing, and that you could order online, and it took a day. I ordered it yesterday and it was here today. Like they're just so quick, and
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I mean they're awesome. They're on it. Then my other one was, I got my hair done. So if you're looking for a good place in Pittsburgh, go to Amy, Aimee, at Studio Raw. She is awesome. I can never say enough good things about her. We are like, you like go see your hairstylist every 6 months, but you're still like best friends. That's how I feel about her.
I wish I only went every 6 months. My husband would probably.
Well, the only reason is because of COVID. I used to be an every 10-week girl. And now I'm like, I'm lucky if I get to go every 6 months. And Aria and I got matching hairstyles. And I don't know if you can see the blue, but she picked the blue. And
So
she has like a lighter blue.
it looks really good.
Thank you. I just needed something. I was starting to feel like weighed down,
Yeah. Yeah. The long hair definitely. I know that all too well. I just need to be able to pull it in a ponytail for work, or like be able to braid it. All right, Jodi, what's your best new thing this week?
So I can vouch for Studio Raw. I love it there. In fact, the girls are getting their haircuts on Saturday at Studio Raw. So I'm very excited.
Yay.
Have not had haircuts since pre-COVID. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
It's great there. Like they're really, really safe. And it's cool how like you wait in your car, there's no waiting room.
Yeah.
It's really, I think they're doing a great job. And the owner is the friendliest guy ever. And I love when he comes up to us because he always gets Ari to like try to dance with him. And
Aw.
His mom works there, and she's so nice. And pre-COVID, it was the coolest waiting room ever because they have this like awesome kitchen area, and they give you like wine and champagne and and like pastries, and it's awesome. So we can't do that anymore, but very cool place. So if you're in the area, I vouch for that. My best new thing is that both of my girls are starting softball.
That's so funny, Jodi. Aria literally asked me about softball tonight. Where are they starting?
McCandless Athletic Association. So Stella's going to batting practice. You guys, she's so good. Like, she's so good. And it blows me away. So they have their first practice tomorrow. So I had to go and get gloves and cleats for them. Their gloves are like this big and they're in purple, and I can't even breathe when I look at them. And I'm so pumped. Softball runs through my veins. I've played my whole life. Softball was my world for so many years. And able to share that passion with my kids, like, oh my God, I can't even tell you how excited I am. So practice tomorrow, hoping it doesn't rain, and then starting like in the spring, Saturdays are game days, and like I can't even handle my excitement. I'm so freaking pumped.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Do they have any like concept in their head of like what position they want to play, or is it like way too early? They try everything, even pitching.
They have no idea yet. So the only thing that we've done so far is batting practice. So Stella thinks that softball is just batting. Like she doesn't even know that like other things go on. And so I was trying to like explain to her the concept of the game and like what you do and like how your team works, and like I was trying to explain it to her, and it's just I think it won't click yet until she's actually out on the field. So I'm hoping that like, because like how are they supposed to know? Like we don't really watch baseball a lot, and especially now, like they wouldn't know. You know what I mean? And so I'm anxious to like get them out there and see how they start off, because I'm not really sure how they explain the concept of like what needs to happen and like what goes on. But I'm excited for it.
It's gonna be so cute.
This is just so funny because we literally had the conversation of like home plate, first base, second base, third. Like we were having this talk tonight because we've been watching spring training in the house. That's so funny.
Well, there's spots available still. Like registration is open, so if she wants to play, she
would love to play.
Like with Hazel.
I'll think about it. I'll talk to you after.
Chances are she will be signed up.
She wants to play that, and she wants to play soccer, so it's a thing right now. We'll see.
I think every kid goes through that. I played soccer when I was a little kid, but I also played t-ball. And you know, soccer is just a lot of running around. There's really, at least with baseball, like you're like, I don't know. It's more structured, I think. I think kids soccer, it's just like you just throw them out on a field and just hope for the best. At least when I played anyway. But like I remember like baseball, like going to practice and like learning the positions and playing as a team. Like I don't know, it was definitely different. It was definitely different.
Soccer when I was like, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Excuse me. I played soccer when I was like 5, and my strongest memory was of them assigning me to be the goalie, but then like wandering away and picking clovers or like tying my wrists into the net. I was very effective at goalie. I like tying myself into the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I got it.
The only year I played.
Golf was more my speed because I didn't have to play as a team. So I was only relying on myself. So that was good for me. My best new thing this week is this is so random and weird, but I was thinking back on the anniversary of COVID and the lockdown and all of the crazy things. And like Jason and I have been reminiscing about like where we were last year at this time. And I mean, obviously last year, this time was really hard for us. We had lost Atticus in February. We lost Grover at the beginning of March. So we lost our 2 dogs within 2 weeks of each other. And we took a trip to Antietam with Buddy. So we took our only dog left and we just got out of town and like we went to Antietam, and we were thinking about, like COVID was starting to come about at that time. Nothing had officially shut down yet. And it was starting to happen on our way home. So we had gone away for the weekend. We were coming home and like everything was starting to shut down. And like Jason never went back to work. Like he never went back into the office. And I never went back to school. like everything had just shifted. So my best new thing is the fact that I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like things are really starting to open up and starting to feel safe. And like even the things that we're doing now, while still being safe, like we're definitely opening up with what we're comfortable with. And it's been really nice. The weather's been nice. It's been nice to get out. We've been going to the gym. Like we're starting to feel like normalcy is starting to happen again. And it's been wonderful. I mean, I don't think we ever knew that it was going to last as long as it did and that it was going to get so severe so quickly. And you know how affected everyone has been just in their physical life, their mental and emotional states. So I hope that, you know, I for one have just been feeling a lot better about things. But I hope that you are too. And I hope that you use your time during COVID to, you know, strengthen your hobby, if it was cross stitching or whatever, like getting back into reading, strengthening relationships with people, even though we weren't allowed to see other people, and spend time with them face to face. I know that like my friendships with the girls, we got so much closer during COVID. So there's always that silver lining to something that was just a crappy situation. And, you know, all of the good things that came out of COVID. So that's my best new thing this week, is just being thankful for what we have and what's happening and feeling good about things again. So, so let's get started talking about all of the good things cross stitch related. Haul. Erica, did you buy anything this week?
I did not.
Ooh.
We got a package in the mail.
Ooh. Who'd we get?
Mm-hmm. We got a package from our friend Kate in Hawaii. Hi, Kate. And she sent us. What?
Did she send sunshine and 70-degree weather? Because we got it. Thanks, Kate.
Yes, she did. She did. No, what she sent was a plethora of bent creek patterns to make Erin's just like little heart go pitter patter. Came in the mail.
Every single one of them too.
They are wonderful. They're fantastic. Wait, I'll show you a couple of them.
You know what's cool about Bent Creek? I was thinking about this after you sent the picture of them, is like those could have been released yesterday and I feel like they would be the same. Like these are older patterns.
Yeah.
But the Bent Creek style is so timeless and I love that.
Oh my God, that little Christmassy house.
Oh. Yes. There's like
Bent Creek for life, man.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of really cute ones. There's a couple Lizzie Kate ones in there, I think I saw. But thank you, Kate. It's such a nice package to receive. And yay! We're excited. So
thank you, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to get to Erin's little heart with those Bent Creek patterns. I love them. They're super, super cute. So thank you so much.
Houses?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually doing my one March Madness one is a Bent Creek pattern. So, yeah.
There you go.
Jodi, or no, Erin. Sorry, I'm out of order. Erin, what did you buy this week?
So I got my box from Stitch Life, and we posted a video about it. So if you haven't watched the video, go watch the video because I liked their first box. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was great. It had great stuff in it, but I loved this box. Like this pie box, for the price that you pay for the box and what you got, like I thought it exceeded what you paid for it. Like it was such high quality, great, well thought out, well put together box. And here my two favorite things from it are the apple candle, which I wish you could smell because it's so good. And then this "you can't please everyone, you're not pie" sticker. So check it out. It's Stitch Life. I don't know why they're not selling more stuff. Like this stuff it's not expensive and the box is amazing. So if you've been wanting to get on the box wagon, she still has spots available. Go check her out. You can even get this pie box still. It's still available.
Cute.
So I mean, I would highly recommend it. I'm excited to stitch up the little pie. You get to stitch this up and make a pin cushion. I'm so excited to do that. Very cool. It's a very cool box. Dana did an amazing job. So go check out our video and then go to Stitch Life magazine and check that out.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The next thing I got was that Gilmore Girls bag. So if you have not gotten yours yet, skip ahead because I'm going to show it. Because I know several people haven't gotten it yet. Here's the bag.
I love it. That's cool.
So cute. And it's a good size bag too.
Bag.
I like the bag. I don't want to say I love the bag. I love what's in it. It's great. I think in my head I was thinking box when I bought it, and it's definitely a kit. So just, I think if you put yourself in that, it even says kit on the thing. I looked later. So make sure you have that mind frame, because if that's the case, then it's a great kit. Okay, so here's the fabric. Huge.
It's a big piece of fabric.
Huge.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really big piece. Yeah.
Wow.
16 count Ada. Gotta be huge because the pattern's huge. But it's really pretty. I do like the color.
Yeah,
It's like beautiful. A brownish blue. It's very Gilmore. That's a very good color choice for that. And then the floss to go with it, which is also hand dyed. Pretty flosses. Yeah, one's called I'm All In. One's called Coffee, Coffee, Coffee. It's really good. Monkey, Monkey Underpants. And then Omnia Pretty Twist. They're really good. They're really good names if you watch the show. It's awesome. I like the Coffee, Coffee, Coffee one. Coffee, Coffee, Coffee. Luke. I like that. The nice needle binder. And then the pattern, which is, I want to look at that, 158 by 159.
Oh, that's really cute.
Very cute, very big. You know, the umbrella, they're all Gilmore Girls related things. It's great. It's an awesome pattern. I love the like design inside of it. It's huge. For only having 4 colors, big.
Yeah. I wish I watched the show. I don't have any frame of reference.
Me neither.
Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. There's an umbrella. It's funny because it's super inside jokes too, because it's Oi with the poodles is one of the things here, which is like a very in joke. If you like Gilmore Girls, you will love this. It's awesome.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oi with the poodles. Funny.
So good.
Now, if it was an Office reference, Seinfeld, I'm all about it. Parks and Rec.
You know, I did not get into this until we had Aria, and I was like, it was desperation. You know, when you're pumping, like you just need something. So I was like, fine, I'll watch it. And then I watched it like 10 times. She was just born in 2015. It's a very long show. I watched it.
It is a long show. It's awesome. 7 seasons, and there's like 20 episodes in each season. That's so funny.
Yeah, I bust through them, man. I bust through like almost a whole season in like a week.
That is a commitment.
I'm impressed. I'm proud.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Jodi, did you buy anything this week?
Nope.
You didn't buy a single thing.
A couple things for my FFOs, but I've used them and I'll show them, but I didn't buy anything exciting.
I got from my mom, she always gets me, I literally don't think that I've ever purchased my own foaming hand soap for my house. Like in the 15 years that Jason and I have not lived at home, I don't think I've purchased any fancy soaps. Like I buy like the big industrial size bottle of like antibacterial soft soap, and I just like keep refilling bottles. My mom always buys me the Bath and Body foaming hand soap. She gets me one for every single like season, holiday, whatever. And I put it in the spare bathroom and it lasts the entire season. It's so great. It's wonderful. So she got me one. So thanks, Mom, for my new hand soap. But she also got me this cute little wooden bunny.
Love it.
Yes.
Fun fact, she got it at the dollar store. So I know we were talking about this last week, but if you're looking for cute little FFO ideas, this was $2 at the dollar store. So get yourself over to the dollar store. I'm actually going to spray paint this white and then do a little like bunny motif and finish that up. So I leave my Easter stuff up technically until I start to decorate at the beginning of May for summer / Memorial Day. And then like my patriotic stuff goes up, patriotic / summer. So I get a lot of use out of my Easter decorations. So thanks, Mom. Put that to good use. All right, let's talk about finishes. I didn't have any. Erica, did you have any finishes this week?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Erin, did you have any finishes?
I had one.
Yay!
I had to keep stitching so that I would finish it because I was too close. But as the cat's on my lap, it's my fall leaves and cat cuddles, please.
Look at colors.
So
this is
cute.
by Wild Violet, so I highly recommend the pattern. And then Jodi is a wizard, and this green, I think it's the only way you can stitch it now that you've seen it, right? Like, can you imagine it on anything else?
No, I can't.
Floss
My
on that.
little cat is so happy. So happy.
So Jodi, thank you so much. I do think that you might have tricked me into either 36 or 40 count because it's tiny.
Like,
But I loved it. I mean, even this tiny, I loved it. I love it. I think it's so beautiful, and I can't imagine it on any other color.
Well, we need to turn that into a little pillow.
oh yeah.
Sure. Well, I was thinking about this today, Kristen. You're going to have a lot of work coming up from me because if I finish both of my RETMs, I need those turned into pillows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending a few pillows your way.
Let's do it. That is so cute. I love it on that green fabric. I'm actually using my green fabric for March Madness as well, so you guys will see that again. And I honestly think that is the only reason that pattern won my March Madness bracket was because of the fabric. Because I had to reach out and say, that fabric is amazing. Like, I really don't think the pattern is all that great, but so it had to have been because of just the fabric. And people were saying that.
It looks like that in real life. Like it's really coming out true to color.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Jodi's amazing.
I've
had several people be like, how can I buy that fabric? So
Jodi, you might have to make more of your frog legs.
The answer, I don't know because I don't have recipes for anything.
It'll be a crapshoot if she can replicate it. We don't know.
Maybe I can, maybe I can't.
Oh, all right. Finisher extravaganza over there. The finisher extraordinaire. What we got?
I am looking for a name because I wanted to shout somebody out really quick for one of my finishes, but I'll find her in a second.
Oh yeah, take your time.
I want to say Wendy, but I don't want to like F it up. So give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to actually start, Erin, that's good that you want to start getting some pillows and stuff made soon because I'm going to actually be getting the pillow factory up and running because I need to make my spring pillows for my house. So I'm going to be in this sewing mood.
As you can see, my fall pillow is still here.
You're going to have to get a spring pillow there, girlfriend.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to it.
I mean, All right, Joan, what we got?
She's related to my next one. So this first one that I'm going to talk about. So you guys remember our Elizabeth Bathory Sal. And I had bought giant bathtubs for our FFO. When I say our, I mean Kristen's, because we were talking about it. And I texted her and I was like, hey, this is how I'm FFOing mine. This bathtub is awesome. Do you want me to get you one while I'm ordering them? And she was like, yeah, get me a bathtub. Great. So I order the bathtubs and the bathtubs come and you know me, they're not fucking big enough. Okay. Because I meant. So I put the bathtubs aside and I order 2 bigger bathtubs and I had all intentions of returning the smaller bathtubs And I just like never got around to it. Like they're from Amazon. I had to go to Kohl's to like drop them off and the labels and the like returning stuff there is so easy. And like I still couldn't get my shit together enough to like go. So it like passed the time that I had to return them. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna use them. Like I'll just figure something out to use them. So and this thought popped in my head and I'm like, well, there's 2 of them because I bought one for her and one for me. Like I need to make some type of like 3D bathtub and I need to like figure out a pattern on what to put on it. And my mom and I were having this conversation the other day and she was like, so do you stitch something because you have an FFO idea or do you have an FFO idea after you stitch something? And I'm like, well, it all depends. So like in this situation, I had the FFO idea and I went to go find a pattern to put on it. So my pattern is from, I think it's Steno Stitches or Steno Stitches. They're on Instagram. She's awesome. She messaged me. She's so fun to talk to. But anyways, this pattern was $1. Okay. You guys, I can't breathe. I'm so excited.
Oh, look how cute.
Okay. So, dear autocorrect, it's never duck. Okay. You guys often probably, I use that word often when I'm speaking. You can imagine how much I use it when I'm texting. Okay. I stitched it up. These are the bathtubs. What I did was I went to Joann's and I bought like a little box that I glued the bathtubs to.
Oh, smart.
Glued them together, and then I spray painted the whole thing. And then I got glass marbles for the top and these little tiny ducks, and I can't even handle how cute they are.
I love those little ducks so much.
Now the pattern I had to change up a little because the actual pattern has these little guys all along the bottom and all along the top. And even on, like this is 36 count, it didn't fit. So I just got rid of them and I put one on each side facing opposite directions. And then I glued my marbles on the top. And then
I have to tell you, I'm obsessed with this 3D box idea because I keep making these wood pieces and you can only hang so many. But if you have a box, you could like set it in the bathroom.
like
I love this.
and it's like so literally like it's one of those like wooden crates, like little tiny boxes from Joann's.
Yeah.
Together, I got a gold Sharpie and like drew the little claw feet on the tub. And the bubbles and the ducks, like I can't even handle the cuteness of those ducks.
So where do you have this currently?
I don't have it anywhere. It's on my desk because I just did it yesterday. And mind you, the reason I was also so inspired to finish this is because I'm obsessed with my contender in my March Madness, and it lost. This one won. So I was like, finish this one so that this one's done and then the other one can move on.
That's a good idea.
I'm obsessed with both of them. Like I wanted to work on both of them. So I'm so excited because I was able to finish this and then now my other one will move on.
Yay!
So very excited. It's sturdy, like it's just glued together and it'll sit somewhere and that's that.
Jodi, you're the queen. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm very excited about it. I like the bubbles and the ducks. Like I can't. All right. My
Genius.
FFO, and I have to give a shout out to Wendy Passalent. She commented on our last video about my Art the Clown. Okay. You guys, if you've watched this at all, you understand that I despise this project. Like, I love the character. I love the movie. He's from the movie Terrifier. And if you're not into horror movies, do not watch this movie. It will terrify you for life. But it's really good. The are really good. The effects are really good. I'm just really into that stuff. So I love the character. I created this pattern and I hate it. It was so terrible to stitch. So I stopped like halfway through. And I mentioned in our last video that I was like done with him. Like I've tried to finish him multiple times. He lost in my March Madness bracket last year and he lost again this year. So I'm like, I am never working on this motherfucker ever again. Like I'm done, like gone, right? So Wendy commented on our video last week and she's like, don't throw him out, just FFO it like with something over his face or like something that's covering up, like he's peeking over whatever. And I'm like, Wendy, you're a genius. That's what I'm going to do. So
nice.
Love it.
So good.
He is done. So all I did was Victor, our friend Victor, Flosstube on Instagram, sent me this fabric. So I placed it so that it was like over his chin a little bit. And then in the movie, Art the Clown uses a hacksaw to do bad things to people. So I got a wooden hacksaw and I actually bought this off of eBay. I couldn't find one from my handy dandy company that I usually get my wood cutouts from. So I found it on eBay. I spray painted it black and silver. And I basically just strategically like covered the other part of his chin that's not done. And then I added the fabric on top just to kind of like tie it together.
That looks awesome.
He came out like way better than I ever would have expected. There's like a little spot here that's not stitched that I wish I would have just like filled in real quick, but whatever. It's done. It's going in the laundry room with all the other horror stuff and I'm finished. Also, I love that like the stripes in my fabric counter the way that this is going.
Yes.
So I'm really happy with that. Like for not finishing it, like that's true Jodi fashion. Like I do nothing, like everything I do is like work smart and not hard. Like I don't work hard on anything. And so this is like true me fashion. Like I worked on it, I half-assed it, and then I like pulled it together and I'm done.
Yeah. Yep. I love it.
So I'm happy. I think it'll just it'll go on the wall and I'll never have to work on it again. So
That looks awesome.
done.
Very nice finishes. Hi, Jacko. Every night. I love it. All right. So Jodi and Erin knocked it out of the park with finishes this week. Congratulations, Erica and I. You've come to expect it, I think, at this point.
It's March Madness.
But you know, Erica, when we have finishes, we knock it out of the park too. It's just, you know, they're few and far between.
You're right.
It's okay. All right, so let's start talking about whips because we've got a ton of whips to talk about tonight because it is March Madness, baby. If you don't know what March Madness is, if you've lived under a rock and you haven't watched us, I'm kidding. March Madness is our month-long whip, basically finishing extravaganza. So we created a bracket, which you can find on our Instagram, or you can find on our linked in the March Madness video that we have on our channel that explains everything. So if you missed out this year and you want to join us for next year, you know, just great. You could probably still jump in at this point if you wanted to get March Madness.
Or do March Madness. Like make it your own. We'll still vote. If you tag me, I'll vote. I'll vote all year.
And that's the thing. So if you tag the hashtag SCS March Madness 2021 on Instagram, and then you tag the Steel City Stitchers, and then you also tag us individually, with which all of our Instagram handles are going to be listed down below. That way we'll see it, we'll vote on it, we can talk about it. It's just a great way for us to be engaged in your process as well. And I know that we have had a ton of people voting on our stuff too, which, you know, the brackets, yes, we put a lot of time into doing these brackets and making them and picking out the projects, but it's ultimately up to the viewers. It's up to the fans of the bracket to choose what project gets to advance. So it's really exciting because it's different than like a Stitch Mania or Christmas in July, because we're getting other people involved in our process. And I think it's really, really fun, and it's something different. So we talked about our first bracket last week. So we have all the 3 remaining brackets in round 1 to talk about tonight, as well as the first bracket in round 2. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. So we're going to jump right in. Erica, you are first. So if you want to go through your contenders and then who won and all that good stuff.
Yes. Okay, so if you recall from last week, I started a little bit early. So last week I talked about my first 2 matchups in the first round. And let's see here. I feel like all discombobulated. And then I'm also factoring in time to work on Christmas wreath, because I really want to stay on track with that. And so that's today what I'm working on. And here's how that is going.
Look at those.
Working on Santy's little beard there.
Ooh, it looks great.
Thank you. I'm very excited about it. Tomorrow I go back to bracket stuff. So today's the last day for a little bit, and then I'll work on bracket, and I hopefully will get him done before the next clue drop. I mean, I just have Santa Claus and the green stuff, like the actual wreath greens. So I'll totally do that. We're fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine. And since we last filmed, I worked on 4 things. I'm going to consult my bracket to make sure I tell you the right stuff. Okay, oh yes, so the I Love You Dearly last week competed against Hummingbird, and I don't remember if I had said who won that. I Love You Dearly won that one, and then somewhere else. But so that one, it moved on to the second round. So the next 4 that I worked on, the first matchup was the National Park birthday piece. This guy.
Yep.
And I'm almost done with this one. It matched up against Snow Much Fun on the North. Snow Much Fun is what it's called. It's also Frosted Pumpkin. I'm doing this on perforated paper, which is cool. It's different for sure. You have to use 3 strands of floss to make it look like to make the stitches look normal in here, but it's going pretty quickly. It's a very small pattern. It's just like a tiny little snow globe. So I have like half the globe done, and then it's like this penguin, and there's a little sign next to him, and then the bottom of the globe, and it's done. So
that's
quick, easy. In that matchup, the national parks moved on to round 2. So this guy will go away for now, but I think I could finish it very quickly. This is 1 day's worth of stitching. So
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Then the next matchup was Happy Winter. Happy Winter? Yes, Happy Winter from the Frosted Pumpkin. And I had a whip and a new start competing in this one. I had the whip was a restart, which is confusing. I had started this one on this pink 18 count, and I like it, but I wasn't like in love with it. So I decided that I wanted to find something else. So I found this blue Jodi fabric that's 14 count, and I'm already loving it so much more.
Oh, wow.
Here is a little cat, and like part of his ear is there, and like his little face. So I didn't get like a ton done, but that's, 1 day of stitching for me is pretty good.
That looks great.
I'm loving it so much more on the blue.
It's interesting to me that you took like a different approach
with color. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you have a different section done. Yeah. Like.
Oh, I see what you mean, Jodi. Like she even stitched
something somewhere different. Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I feel like this part went so much faster on this one than it did on this one for some reason. I don't know why.
Because of the size of the fabric. I mean, I love the pink, and I think the pink looks really cool, and I like that for winter. But that blue is just making that white and that brown like really, really pop. I think you made a good
Yeah.
choice switching to the blue, for sure.
I am liking it a lot more. Not to say that I didn't like the other one, but
Yeah.
my sister is going to adopt this whip. So I'm
fun.
going to send it over to her so she can finish it up. So that competed against Droids from Fiddlesticks AU, and that had like Droids is spelled out in like little droid looking guys, and then it says welcome, and I got one droid done and then part of welcome, and I feel like I made reasonable progress for one day's work on this.
Yeah.
I switched up some colors in the droid. I don't know if you can see, I used some A12 floss in there to make him a little sparkly.
Oh, cute.
And lost one of my ear things. So those two competed, and the droids one is moving on. So
I voted for.
Yay! My 5-year-old wanted the droids one to win, and he told me that he always needs to make sure that his vote counts. And I'm like, of course your vote counts. Of course.
Aww.
So far, he's picked like the winning one every time, so I don't have to worry about him being upset that his vote did not get the winner. So the ones that I am stitching for the next round are the Christmas Parade, Trails in Time, I Love You Dearly, the National Parks, and the Droids one. Those are all starting, and I'll start that tomorrow.
Awesome.
So things are happening.
Yes.
The voting for these two were the needle mat binders are stuck together. The voting for these ones was much closer for a lot longer than some of these other ones. Like the National Park one, like crushed So Much Fun. Like that one was like so many more people voted for that one, and I was just so like exciting to see the differences in like the voting. Like
Yeah. I've definitely had some that were very close, like 50-50 up until like the last couple of hours. And then they like barely squeaked ahead. And then some of my other ones, it was like 70-30. It was a slaughter. So,
yeah.
But it's awesome. Very nice work.
Yay, thank you.
Awesome. All right, Erin, you're next.
Okay, so I don't know what order I'm in, but this one is the Little House. I had ordered this. This just came in. This replaced my Gilmore Girls piece that didn't come in time. So I started stitching this one. And I'm actually really sad it didn't win. I was pulling for it.
I voted for that one too.
I went against the Frank and Boo, and I think the problem is that Frank and Boo I'm so much further on. And sometimes people choose it that way. But I changed the numbers, so those are my husband's firehouse numbers. And so I'll make the firehouse.
It looks great.
Thank you. I really wanted to keep stitching it. So I'm excited for when this is done and I can actually go back to it because I really do like it, and I have the fancy floss for it. So
that's awesome.
It'll look cuter then. And it's in my Erica bag, so I love it.
Yay!
That one's going away. So that was against Frank and Boo, which I was able to get a whole square done on. So 2 squares done. See, now you can see how this is him. He's behind the ghost. So he's like being seen through the ghost in that one. And then that's his normal color.
That is so cute.
Really cute pattern. I'll say that for sure. This is what it'll look like. And then I do like all of the back stitching and the spider stuff at the very end.
Oh, that's so freaking cute.
Making progress. That's Bent Creek. Of course, Bent Creek's going to win. Okay. That's staying. Okay, so next up I have the witch's hat. Oh, I was really sad this one didn't win too because I'm so far on it.
Oh my God.
I know. Wow. Well, to be fair, I stitched this for like a day and a half. I'm a little behind on my bracket because I really wanted to finish it. And I got so close. I only have that much left.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I'm so close. So I'm anxious to do that, but it didn't win. It was really close. That was a close race.
Did you vote for that one?
I just feel like the gobble couples are never going to lose.
I vote for the gobble couples every single time. And there have been numerous people that have put the gobble couple, like whether it's like the St. Patty's Day or whatever. Every single time I see it, that's what I vote for. I don't even care what the other one is.
So I will be having this guy is going up against this guy this week. So I'll be starting on him against him.
Oh.
Gobble couple against
How
gobble.
will I choose?
I don't know. I feel like this is going to win because of the fabric, which is unfair because I think this blue fabric is beautiful.
I see. I'm going with Patrick. I'm going with.
You know what? Too, we're so close to St. Patrick's Day that maybe more people will pick it because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But my next piece is the Easter Gnome by My Studio Create. That's what it looks like.
So cute.
Yeah, I love it. I was able to get pretty significant chunks started.
Oh, wow.
And this one got a buy because it went against the fall leaves pattern.
Oh.
I'm about to bring the mood down just a little bit. I just wanted to do a little quick thing about Brooke. If you are friends with her on Instagram, you know this. You saw this. She did post it through her. I'm already getting emotional. Through her My Studio. We had that wonderful day last week. The most magical day together. And that night she texted me. Her brother Eric passed away very suddenly. He was 40 years old. I'd known him my whole life, just like I knew her and her family and her poor mother. And it was very unexpected. He was an amazing person. He was super funny. I didn't know him as well as we got older because I hadn't seen him, but I can tell you that he and Brooke were very close. They just had a very special brother-sister thing. Her and I always shared that we had 2 older brothers. She has 2 older brothers and so do I. And when you live that life, you know what it's like. And so to have somebody that can commiserate with you was amazing. And then for this to happen, I can't explain how much it just took the wind from my sail. Like it knocked everything down. I'm still feeling it. Brooke is a mess as she should be. And I feel like poor sweet Brooke can't catch a break, man.
Yeah.
So if you want to support her, if you want to show support to Brooke, they do have a memorial. It's Eric, E-R-I-K, Pedersen, P-E-D-E-R-S-E-N. It's all E's, memorial.com. There's a couple of places on there that you can donate. It's just been rough, man. They're not doing the memorial until the summer, which is great because I can actually go to that. That family is amazing, you guys. Like, you know how you just have these families in your life that you're like, they're just all good people. Like, they're just sweet and funny and caring, and they just want the world to be a better place. That family, that is this family. And so for this to happen to them, it's very hard. It's been a very hard week. But if you want to show support and love to Brooke, that's a good way to do it. Just send her some love in the universe. Send her some kind thoughts because she's having a hard time. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say that we love you, Brooke. You have not left my thought for a second this week. I'm sorry to bring the mood down, but I just wanted to say that and make sure she understands that. And it's been rough, man. That sucked.
Yeah, that was like so sudden. And we were just talking about it, about your great day that you had with her. And then you messaged us that night. So it's just terrible. Yeah. But we love you, Brooke. We really, really do. It's just awful, awful, awful. She cannot catch a break right now.
I know what else you can do to help her is you could send a message to your loved ones. Because I know if she could, she would send something to her brother and she would say, I love you. And it was the first thing I did that night. I sent an I love you to both my brothers. And my one brother texted back, this is the weirdest message you've ever sent me. So just tell somebody you love them. That would make her happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Or stitch on, if you have a pattern from Brooke, you know, if you want to just send some love out into the universe, you know, stitch on something maybe that you've purchased from her, just something that reminds you of her. I have so many things that either she sent me and has said like, this reminded me of you, like stitch on it and stuff. Like she's that type of person. She's always thinking about others. So
has the biggest
Yeah.
heart and the best. She's the nicest human in the world. Like you're never going to meet a better person than Brooke.
yeah.
And it's, yeah.
Yeah. So
Send
we
her some love.
love you, Brooke. We're thinking about you. Ugh.
Sorry.
No, I'm glad that you brought it up so that people, could, she's obviously been quiet on social media, other than her posts. And I know a lot of people who follow us have followed Brooke just, through that. And so it's good that people can know about it. You can't reach out and you can't like show your support and you can't tell, somebody that you're thinking about them if you don't really know. So thank you for bringing that up and allowing the people who follow us to know that as well, so that they can reach out and send Brooke some love too. So I think it was fitting that we did that.
Right.
Yes. All right. So is that it for your brackets?
Yeah.
All right. So did your Brooke piece move? Is that moving on?
I kind of manipulated my chart a little, or my thing a little bit, but yes. So she's moving on she got the bye. I moved her piece to the bye week, and so she will move on. So she will go against Frank and Boo.
Gotcha. Okay, that's gonna be a hot contender.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jodi, what did you stitch on this week? Hey, Jodi, don't want to put all the pressure on you to bring it back up again, but
and for talking about her, because I sent her a message and I'm like, I don't do well with this kind of stuff, and I'm like, Brooke, I just didn't really know what to say. Like, I don't know what to say other than we love you, and so thank you for mentioning it, and I will follow up. I'll follow that with we love you, we support you, and yeah, that's it. What can you say?
What can you do?
Yeah.
All right. So my first bracket was probably Dog Hair by Scarlet House. And
Ooh.
a little bit, and that was against my Art the Clown. So this one, obviously, you guys don't like clowns. I get it.
Message received.
So that went up against Art the Clown. This won anyway, so this will move forward, but I FFO'd Art. So I'm happy about that. So that will now go up against my ink circles because my ink circles beat out my early bird. So I stitched on that a little bit. I got a little bit more of that motif done. So not a lot, but I got like, this little part done. This is actually very enjoyable to stitch on. Like the fabric is enjoyable for some reason. It's just like stiff and fun. So I'm excited to finish that. And my floss is way more variegated than I thought it was. And guys, I'm a changed woman. I like variegated floss now.
A big change.
Big change.
Woman. I am thoroughly enjoying this. And then I have another project that I'm doing variegated floss. So I'm enjoying that. So those two will go up against each other. And I'm a little bit behind because I worked on my FFOs yesterday and a little bit this morning. So I'm like I think I'm 1 or 2 days behind. I think 1. So then my next bracket, which will be at the end of this week, I had my Kingdom versus my Nordic Tapestry, and this one won. I don't know which way it goes.
I can't remember which one I voted for. I want to say I voted for the keys.
I voted too.
Surprised that this one won. I'm happy that it did because I hadn't worked on it in so long, but those keys are so good. So, but neither one of them are close to being finished. So
I will stay true to my voting results, and I will work on this as my next one, and I'll come back to my keys another time. But that one was supposed to be up against my ducks, but I finished that. And so by default, this one is moving forward, which this was like a total win-win for me because I had my never duck pattern up against with this needle.
Oh yeah.
And I'm obsessed with both of them. So this bracket was a total win-win for me because I finished that, which means, and that one won. So I finished that, which means that this one gets to go forward, which I'm so pumped about. And that's how far I am.
Oh, it's a lot bigger than what I thought.
You know what? It's smaller than I thought.
Oh, interesting.
So it is only like 79 by 77, I think. So it's really big. Like these are the spools of thread, these little blue things.
I gotcha.
Oh.
But do you see that red variegated floss?
I sure do.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
That looks good.
That's my Brook floss. So this is my like / Brook piece because she gave me that floss and I'm obsessed with it. So it was between that floss and a different red that I had, and I chose that one. So this one will move on against my tapestry, and that takes me current.
Ooh.
So I am actually hoping for, I think I can have 2 more FFOs by the end of the month. I feel like I can finish my dog hair, and then whichever one advances naturally through the brackets. I feel like I could have 2 more. So
yeah,
I'm excited. And then I kitted up another one. I switched this one out. It's that that spinach pattern by On the Rock Stitchery. I dyed my fabric for it, and I really wanted it to be in my bracket. I ended up switching it out last minute. I think I might add it back in because I FFO'd 2 things already. So I think I have space to like toss it in.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I might do that. We'll see. Who's to say? I don't know.
Don't know. Very nice. All right, let me get my.
It's March Madness. The only rule is have fun.
Yes, there are no rules in March Madness. Okay, so my first round was March Blows versus Garden Treasures. That one was tough. That was 50-50 up until like the last hour, and March Blows ended up moving ahead. So I'm going to show March Blows because this is my Bent Creek pattern, because I worked on this one yesterday as part of my round 2 bracket. So, and here's where I'm at. And I was telling the girls earlier, I'm totally sandbagging this because I know that I can finish it whether it wins or not. I just didn't want to take it out and then be forced to have to stitch the other one. I really don't want to FFO anything and like finish anything until I see who actually goes to the final round. So, okay, it's pretty much done. I just have to do
you have 2 stitches left?
The only thing left are these little wispy, like the wind, like blowing around.
Yeah.
So I just need to finish those. But he's so cute. So this one is going to be going up against the winner of my second game from last week, which that one was Spring Hair Etching, which I was stitching on last week during the video. And that was going up against Arctic Animals by the Little Stitcher. So March Blows and Arctic Animals are in contention right now. That voting will go up tomorrow. And here's the pattern. And I'm working on the walrus.
For me, Arctic Animals for me all day, every day, man.
And here he is.
Oh my gosh.
So cute. Look at how cute the globe on the side is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so again, this pattern calls for black or like a dark brown to be the border around the little animals, and I swapped it out and did the white because I think it looks better as like the snow globe type thing.
Yeah.
So this one will be going up against March Blows tomorrow if you are following my stories and voting on that. I have a feeling that Arctic Animals is going to win because it won pretty handsomely against Spring Hair Etching. Okay, so then last week, day 5 and 6, I had Until We're Dust, which I know Jodi gets very mad at me about this one because I'm also sandbagging this one because of how close I am. I literally just have this right here. This went up against the Headless Woman, which is another little stitcher pattern.
Kristen, just finish it, man.
I know. So this one went up against the Headless Woman by the Little Stitcher. I'm stitching this one on Jodi Blood Spatter fabric, and all I was able to get done were 2 of the headstones.
Oh, I love that.
And of course, Until We're Dust won, so it's moving on. So Headless Woman is going away for a while. I think, like you said, though, I think it's because it's so close to being done. Like Erin, how you had said it, because you didn't have a lot of stitching done on this. So I didn't have a lot of stitching done. I don't think people could really get a feel for what it was going to look like. But Until We're Dust is literally almost done. I had
someone message me and they were like, literally anytime someone's closer on one thing, I always pick the thing they're closer on. I'm like,
and I think that's so Until We're Dust is going to be going up against the last game from last week, which was Hocus Pocus, which is Sue Hillis Designs, and I'm stitching this on my beautiful green fabric from Jodi. And all I have left to do on this one is the moon and the little top with the kitty. So that will take me in the middle.
Done one of those already, right? You did like the one with the bat.
I did the trick or treat one.
Now that's from Brooke. Those patterns.
Yes. So this is my Brooke contribution, my pattern here.
Those would be so cute as little pillows in a dough bowl for Halloween.
Well, so they're bigger. They're bigger than what you think. So like they're actually a pretty decent size. So I'm actually going to do these as ornaments and put them on my Halloween tree. So I'm excited about that. So that one went up against Welcome Spring, which I was actually kind of surprised that this one didn't do better in the polls because I don't know. A lot of times too, when I see a spring pattern, I will vote for it just because I want people to finish spring stuff, just because it's that time of year. But this is what it looks like by Stubborn Designs.
I voted for that one because the cat's too cute.
Oh my God, the cat is like so fat and it reminds me of my fat little gray cat, Rosie. And look how fat he is.
Fabric.
This is a Jodi fabric. This is a pink Jodi fabric, and I thought the pink would look great. So it actually calls for pink flowers, but I'm going to be swapping those out for a purple, so a really pretty purple. So this one lost. So Until We're Dust is going up against Hocus Pocus, which 2 Halloween patterns are going up against one another.
Oh, that's gonna be hard for me.
Yeah. So my contenders for this round: March Blows, Bent Creek, Arctic Animals, and then Until We're Dust and Hocus Pocus. My prediction is that Arctic Animals is going to go up against Until We're Dust in the final round. And then it'll be interesting to see, does Christmas, winter, or Halloween make it to the FFO round?
Finish it, and then the other one will move forward, and then you can finish both.
No.
I mean, that seems right to me.
Here's the thing. I have so many like that are going to be close to like just being able to fully finish. That's why I think by the end of the month, I could have 4 FFOs. So if I can get all of these done by day 15, honestly, if the brackets are going to be done by the 15th, I should have plenty of time for the rest of the month to FFO a couple of different projects and finish them out. I still have WIPGO but that's my problem. I haven't touched any of my WIPGO projects for this month, which was the pumpkin spice latte, the zombie pumpkin spice latte, which I love. That was a Witchy Stitcher one. And then the other WIPGO project that I have to work on is Winter Warmth, which I'm not stoked about. It's the one that I'm doing on green fabric that I'm doing for my mom.
For your mom, right? Somebody's doing that for March Madness.
I saw that. I voted just out of spite because I was like, I wouldn't have put that on my March Madness. Okay.
I got to work on Caterpillar too. We haven't had a chance to do any of that this month.
Yeah. Well, I got my part 2 done for Caterpillar.
Oh, you did? Oh, you're so smart. That was a good idea.
I got that done right before March Madness started. So by the 25th of March, I wanted to be able to start part 3 and get that done. So yeah, a lot of stuff, but again, I picked small patterns on purpose. I didn't pick anything that was going to be too challenging for me this month, because the goal for me is to finally start FFOing some things, because I just don't. I start a lot and I don't finish a lot of things. All right, so that is our March Madness so far. So by the time we come back next week, it'll be over. So we'll be able to talk about who won the final, and depending on how ambitious we are, we may have an FFO to show you from the game as well.
I did my math. I will be announcing my final winner that night. I won't have it until that night. I think Erica's in the same boat.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So we'll still have plenty to talk about with March Madness next week. And like I said, maybe some of us will have some finishes by then as well. All right, so we had a giveaway last week of a very special prize, which was Steel City Stitchers mask. And I mean, holy Moses. So
pretend I'm wearing it.
Erin, who was our winner?
Our winner is Kathy Eagleston. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yay! Woohoo!
I know Kathy has been a long-time viewer, so congratulations, Kathy. We are so excited. And your comment that you left for us was so nice too. She said because we had asked who your favorite superhero was, your mask superhero, and she said us wearing our masks. So you're the sweetest.
So sweet.
So congrats, Kathy. We don't have a giveaway for this week on the channel. If you follow us on Instagram, which hopefully you do, you saw that we were giving a 2,000 subscriber special giveaway. So we will be announcing that on the channel probably by Friday at the latest this week. So stay tuned to see if you were the winner of that giveaway. And then next week we'll be back, I'm sure, with something else in our stash to give away. Erica.
Kathy, email us your address so we can mail you the mask.
Yes.
SteelCityStitchers@gmail.com.
Yeah, get it out to us and we will get it out to you as soon as possible. I think that's it, guys. Does anybody else have anything to talk about tonight? I mean, plans obviously just to keep going with our March Madness stuff, but anything else exciting that you're tackling this week?
Black Needle Society. Oh, there's Nina.
Hi, Nina.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Black Needle Society. You are can someone explain how it works? I don't know.
If you're a current subscriber, then good news for you. The July box, they've been announcing vendors, and our amazing wizard, Jodi, is the fabric vendor for that month. So yay, if you're already a subscriber. Now, if you're not a subscriber, sad news, you can't just join in. You can get on the wait list, but there's no guarantee. So there's that. But yay for Jodi and the amazingness that is going to come in that July box.
Steel City Stitcher fabric. I'm so excited. And thank you so much for everybody that's shown support for everything fabric, because in the last 6 months, I just feel like everything's blown up and gotten big, and it's all because of you guys and the support and watching us and being a part of this amazing community. So, thank you.
You deserve it, Jode. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you guys to
Is
see.
going to be
Frosted Pumpkin. Frosted Pumpkin is going to be the designer. They were announced last week, so I'm excited to see like who else is in this box. Like, what's happening in this box?
Doesn't matter. We're good with
That's
what.
my birthday month. That's going to be a great box.
Oh my God, this is going to be a big month for us people. Speaking of Black Needle Society, we got our shipping notification that our boxes for March, which was the on-the-go stitching box, is going to be arriving shortly. So stay tuned to the channel. We will be having an unboxing video like we did last time. We'll have that up on the channel as soon as we get that box because we don't want to wait to open it. So we don't want to wait to show it. So we will be getting a video out to you guys ASAP. Please go check out Erin's latest video with the Stitch Life magazine. Please go check out Stitch Life. I think you would be, you know,
if you like Black Needle Society, I think you would really like this. Like this is a very high quality box. It's great.
Yeah, I agree. And Erin's just excitement is just like off the charts with this box. You can really just tell that it's just like a good quality box and everything in it. She was just such a huge fan of. Watching Erin's unboxing videos are always such a joy to watch anyway, because she always makes them so exciting and engaging. So thank you, Erin, for doing that. And, continuing to show us all of these amazing boxes. So like we said before, if you're bummed about not being a part of the Black Needle Society, we get it. But there are so many good boxes out there to try out, and Stitch Life is one of them. So, you know, please check out that video and consider maybe adding that if you are not able to do the Black Needle Society, or in addition to. I'm not going to tell you to only buy one box. I mean, you can buy as many boxes as you want. Erin can't stop buying boxes. So we know.
I have another one coming in April from Black Needle Society, and I'm so excited.
Oh, it's gonna be epic. So, and then of course, yes, Jodi, we're so excited for you. Congratulations on all of your success with your fabrics. I know sometimes we take it for granted because we just have access to this just amazing, beautiful fabric all the time. And we forget that people don't have a Jodi and just don't have access to her fabric. And I'm telling you guys, it's a blessing. It is a blessing. So thank you, Jodi. I think most of my March Madness projects are on Jodi fabric. I think I did maybe one that wasn't. So it's just what I have.
Has definitely taken over.
Yeah, and it's amazing to just lay it all out, to like pair it with a project. So thank you, Jodi. Okay, so good luck with your March Madness. We hope that you're having fun if you're joining in, or if you are just being a supporter and just watching from the sidelines. We appreciate it as well. You can still be involved with the voting process. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. I know some people have been using our Facebook page as well to post some March Madness stuff, which has been fun. So you can do that there as well if you don't have Instagram. It's just not as easy to vote, I guess. But you can share projects and stuff with us, which is fun. We can still be involved. And we will be back next week, which is our regular update video. So until then, stay safe. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.